Now to an I-Team investigation about thousands of drivers getting billed for something they didn't do.
In this case, we were talking about toll violations sent out by the Harris County Toll Road Authority.
As Jeremy Rogowski reports, you can get accused of not paying even if you've never driven on one of those toll roads.
Wake up, Harris County. Your toll road authority is ripping people off.
Wes Jordan is one ticked-off Texan when it comes to Harris County tolls. And it all starts with where he lives.
Nowhere near Harris County.
Jordan's home and work is near Waco. But even so, Hectra, the Harris County Toll Road Authority, claimed he blew through tolls in Houston 3 times without paying.
And you're thinking what?
There has to be a mistake.
A big mistake, because on the violation notice, the teeny tiny plate number in this grainy nighttime photo is nowhere close to the plates on the vehicles Jordan owns. So naturally, he called Hectra to complain.
She asked me, Mr. Jordan, do you own a Dodge?
No, he doesn't.
And the next question was, Mr. Jordan, do you own a Cadillac?
No Caddy either. Strike 2. And that's not all. The violation notice, which gave him just 2 weeks to pay before referring it to a collection firm, was sent to the wrong address.
At that point, I asked, how is it that your data is so messed up?
It's also messed up way off in Columbus, Mississippi, where Lisa Bowen lives.
They got the wrong name, the wrong tag number, and the wrong car. I thought, this is just silly.
Silly because Bowen hadn't been to Texas in 10 years. And then there's Hectra's violation notice for plate LTT 741. Bowen's is LTT 742. When you add it all up,
Scam, scam, scam.
That's what Bowen and her son thought it was. Someone pretending to be Hectra fishing for money. But 6 weeks later, another letter arrived.
Demanding more money, and the amount actually doubled in 6 weeks. It's insane. That's outrageous.
So how big of a problem is this? Well, the I-Team found every year, on average, Hectra sends out more than 21,000 violation notices for license plates it flat out misread.
So we went to the Toll Road Authority to get some answers.
It seems like the system completely just failed here.
Yeah, I can't share that characterization.
He's Hectra's spokesperson, Adam Collette.
Our system is designed to be as thorough as a system of this size can possibly be.
He says Hectra has checks and balances in place to spot mistakes, including a review of every computer-generated violation photo by a human pair of eyes. And Collette is quick to declare,
our accuracy rate is about 99.5%.
But there's a slight catch to that number, because it's largely based on the number of complaints Hectra receives. So if motorists don't spot errors and don't complain, they're not factored in. And the I-Team found another problem too.
It's very frustrating.
Just ask Mike Rozier, who lives all the way in suburban Chicago. Hectra sent him this notice claiming this was his plate on a semi-truck.
I don't own a truck.
Rozier drives an Oldsmobile sedan.
So it's not even close.
What do you make of all this?
I almost feel violated, just like this notice says, violation. I feel like we've been violated.
Turns out when Hectra manually reviews those plate numbers, it doesn't routinely check the type of vehicle to make sure they match. But when we asked,
wouldn't it make sense to cross-reference the digits on a plate with the make and model of a vehicle?
There's a lot more factors to that.
If you're trying to be as accurate as possible, wouldn't you want to know whether a plate belongs to a truck or a sedan?
Again, I can't answer that question without knowing all the other factors. It's just not that simple of an answer. I wish I could.
I think our viewers are going to see it pretty simple.
Sure.
And I think they're going to see you as dodging a very simple question.
I can't concur with your characterization there.
Now all the drivers we featured in our story did get their violations cleared, but only after they complained or we intervened. Tomorrow night, the I-Team examines what can happen when you go to Hectra's court and why some say you don't stand a fighting chance. I'm Jeremy Rogowski, KHOU 11 News.
The 11 News I-Team tonight continues to investigate the Harris County Toll Road Authority.
Last night we told you how thousands of drivers were wrongly billed for tolls, and critics say if you get a violation and try to fight it, you may not stand a chance of winning.
Here's investigative reporter Jeremy Rogowski.
get accused of running a Harris County toll, and Terry Hall says, watch out.
The deck is stacked against the citizen.
She's a grassroots community organizer who says when it comes to fighting violations from HECTRA, the Harris County Toll Road Authority,
You're guilty until you prove yourself innocent.
Case in point, Lisa Bowen.
They got the wrong name, the wrong tag number, and the wrong car.
That's right. Just look at this violation notice. It's 1 digit off from Bowen's actual license plate. And while she can try to dispute it over the phone, she and others can only have their day in court after the Toll Road Authority sends their violation to a collections firm, Weinbarger, Goggin, Blair & Sampson. And once you get to court, the same firm after your money is also the law firm representing Harris County against you.
Everything's backwards about the way the system works.
It's kind of like the fox in the hen house.
And with this kind of setup, Gabe Mosqueda says he doesn't stand a fighting chance. The longtime toll user claims HECTRA sent at least some of his violation notices to a wrong address. The amount owed shot up, $231 in unpaid tolls, $600 in fees. And the judge hearing his case is paid by the Toll Road Authority.
It's just a huge conflict of interest there. It just doesn't make any sense.
And turns out, HECTRA almost always wins and the motorist loses. The I-Team checked 3 years of hearing records and the Toll Road Authority prevailed 95% of the time. So we asked HECTRA's spokesman,
do you see anything wrong with the collections firm also fighting the case for the county?
I'm not in a position to give an opinion on that.
And when we asked Adam Collette again,
does the Toll Road Authority believe the hearing process is even, level?
The overall system that exists.
It's not the question, the hearing process. Customers say it's one-sided.
I'm sorry that, well, I don't, again, I just don't have an opinion for you on that.
And the Weinbarger Law and Collections firm declined our on-camera interview request, but in a statement said, quote, it's entirely appropriate to levy reasonable fees against toll violators, and when cases are appealed to an outside judge, the majority of those are upheld. The firm said that's evidence the system is fair and effective.
Oh, no, wait a minute, stop.
But don't tell that to watchdog Terry Hall.
You don't have any prayer of having a true impartial case.
Well, since the I-Team began asking questions, HECTRA threw out its case against Lisa Bowen and cleared her good name. As for the other driver, Gabe Mosqueda settled with the Toll Road Authority, which agreed to waive more than $1,500 in fees. Jeremy Rogowski, KHOU 11 News.